Hi, I'm Derek and you're watching A Fragrant State of Mind. Today I'm going to be answering your top 5 most frequently asked questions online. So definitely, if you're curious about my answers to any of these top 5 questions, stay tuned. Okay, so we're going to go from number 5 to number 1. And we're going to start with number 5, and that is, what is the most versatile fragrance? So my answer to that would be Versace Dylan Blue. Now, Versace Dylan Blue, in my opinion, is the best versatile fragrance that there is. And I have a good answer for that. I think blue fragrances in general are the most versatile fragrances you can wear, because they can be pulled off in any season and mostly in any occasion. And in my opinion, Versace Dylan Blue is the best, not only because it smells the best, but also because it's the most affordable. I definitely think a close number 2 is going to be Bleu de Chanel. But given the price of Bleu de Chanel and the smell of this one, I think this one just inches it out quite a bit, because it's way more affordable and, in my opinion, it smells better. It's also longer lasting. So there you go. The number 4 most frequently asked question is, what's the best summer fragrance? So for me, the best summer fragrance, in my opinion, has to go to Acqua di Gio by Giorgio Armani. Now, in my opinion, the 2 best Acqua di Gios you can buy currently in store is going to be Profondo as well as Parfum. Now, the reason I choose these is because, yes, a lot of people are going to say, well, Profumo's the best, but you know what, you can't buy Profumo anymore. You may be able to find it on like secondhand shops or used bottles, things like that. But for currently what you can buy, Parfum is definitely the best, with Profondo really inching into the second best, in my opinion. But I definitely think Acqua di Gio is going to be the best summer fragrance you can buy, in my opinion. Now, once again, this is all subjective, all in my opinions, but I really think Acqua di Gio just takes the cake with that one. So the number 3 most frequently asked question is, what's the best summer and fall fragrance? And for that one, I have to give it up to Spicebomb Extreme. And the reason I choose this is because not only is it a wonderful, spicy, beautiful, vanillic fragrance that just has a wonderful accord to it, but it's the one that I really look forward to wearing the most in the fall and winter. And it lasts like a beast, smells amazing, and I love the presentation. Even this little clip that you pull out, almost like a bomb going off. It's just a cool presentation. It smells amazing, and it's my favorite. Anyway, so for the number 2 most frequently asked question that I get always online, how much is my collection worth? So I actually don't know this answer. I've never literally gone through and added up my entire collection. I think it also is subjective to, you know, its retail cost, what I spent on it, versus the gray market value versus what it's worth now that a lot of my bottles are partial. I definitely think there's a lot of different answers between, you know, that can be, there's definitely a lot of answers that could be given on the value of my fragrance collection. But I would say, in a ballpark answer, between $8,000 and $10,000 is a fair assessment on what I've spent on fragrances in the last 10 years. Now, also, I will say that I did have another collection back in like 2015 that I had collected for many years, and I did sell that collection off. So that the value of that collection at the time was right around $5,000 to $6,000. Since then, I've probably doubled in size that original collection. So if you were to add up everything in general for what I've spent in the last 20 years, I'd say around $20,000, $15,000 to $20,000. But once again, that's all subjective, and it's all, you know, based on the value of what you think you would spend for a fragrance collection. But, you know, once again, I don't know that I spent all that much on a lot of the bottles. A lot of the bottles I bought in the gray market. I've also, you know, used coupons and points and rewards to buy a lot of bottles. So I wouldn't say it's totally up there in that ballpark, but if you were to value it on the street, that may be what you would get for it. Anyway, so that's the answer to that question. So for the number 1 most frequently asked question that I get all the time is, what is the best fragrance? And I get this all the time, like, what do I think the best fragrance in the whole world is? Now, I don't know how to answer that because my most common response to that is all my fragrances are like my children. I can't really pick one child or fragrance that I love more than the other. And it's really hard for me to decide which one I like the best. But I can tell you the number one fragrance that I have bought the most and worn the most. And I think that might be a good inclination of what I think is the best. And that one being La Nuit de l'Homme by Yves Saint Laurent. Now, as you can see, this bottle is quite low. As a matter of fact, so low that I went and bought another bottle today. Now, here's the thing though. These are not the only 2 bottles that I've ever bought. I've bought this fragrance at least 4 other times in my life. So I've now owned 6 full bottles of La Nuit de l'Homme. So that can tell you what I prefer. But if I were to tell you it's my favorite, I don't know. I don't know if it's my favorite, but it's definitely one that I wear most often. And I find it really something that I can easily grab, that I know I'm gonna smell really good. It's gonna last a good amount of time. And it's just one of the best scents that I think I like to wear. That's from my personal opinion. I think a lot of people are gonna be subjective. I think, you know, if you're a younger person, you may have your own opinions, but that's just my opinion. I really like wearing La Nuit de l'Homme. I've bought it the most out of everything that I've ever owned, so if that tells you something, there you go. Anyway, thank you guys so much for you know, sticking around through this video and letting me answer your questions. I definitely appreciate when you guys message me online and ask me these questions, and a lot of times I don't always have the best answers for you, but I'd like to make a video like this once in a while, just answering some of your questions so that, you know, if you guys ever have any of these questions in the future, I can just direct you back to this video. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, definitely check out my website here. There's a lot of great stuff going on there. You can save some money on fragrances. You guys can check out more of my content. You can follow me through my link tree and, you know, follow me in all different places online. You can also message me on there and ask me more questions that you have for me, and I'd love to answer them. And I love talking to you guys and answering your questions and all that. So anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful night. I love you all, and as always, have a fragrant state of mind.